Hello everyone, today I am back with another video. Now in this one I am going to make some typography design. So this is my text here I will be using, and these are some elements I want to use in my this design. These are some vectors. So for this one, this kind of typography designs, I am going to make it look like something a bit boxy kind of design, like this kind of with this kind of elements. We have done some elemental designs before. So this is just to keep everything inside a shape. Now for this one here I am going to first of all create a area here like this one. This is going to be the main design area for my this design. For this one here I am going to focus on my this mom's text, because this is all about this text design. This design is all about this text moms. So for this text here, this moms here, I am going to use something like a very bold kind of font. Obviously we do some scripted fonts for female designs, but this text is my focus text here, and I wanted to use some kind of this angel wings to represent this as a mom theme, strongest character looking. So I'm going to make them align together, group them. This is my first focus text here. Then these are just going to support my this design here. For the this text I'm going to use something like a very scripted font, maybe dust end. I have a font, okay, that is not looking very good. So for this one I'm going to use my Hello Ventica regular. This is a good font. Now maybe this one a bit up like this, or I will fix that later. So this is my first focus point. And then this have text I'm going to sticky floors. This is another part of my text. Basically this design is going to be one text in focus, then another in just with the flow. So for this sticky text I'm going to sticky floors, I'm going to use something like, I don't know, I have a font Alone on Earth. So this is the font I'm using here. You can see the names here. So this kind of font really looks good. This is the straight or longer looking fonts. You may have seen people searching for them. You can use that. So this is my another focus text. Sorry, not focus text. This is my follow text, and for that one we can use another font called Billion Dreams. Now this design is all about making it look like a feminine design. So sticky floors, then messy kitchens, I'm going to use that font. Maybe I can make the M here capital, and then just this K also in capital. This is not the rules, not the grammatical rule, but yeah, that's just to make it look stand out. So this laundry piles I'm going to use this one, this font, because we are just going to make it a following design, something like that. And this end I'm going to use in my this font, so that is good. And happy kids, so this happy kids I'm going to use maybe this font. Okay, maybe we can use this bold looking font. These bold looking fonts are not very good for female designs, but we are just making it look like something unique, so giving this mom text a bit weight, and that's why I'm using that font. So maybe this good font I'm going to use this font. Yeah, that is good. Or maybe this font, just to keep it in the same direction. Now as you can see, this is my main graphic area, and for this areas here that we can see there are some space between here. We can use some graphic element here to make it look good. Now I am selecting this group, that's why the problem, I need to break my fonts. So all my fonts are now broken, or I can even select everything to make sure that everything is in complete black color, and that is good. So for this happy kids I wanted to use this vector bundle. This is just a footprint. You can search on Google, you will find the tons of similar designs. So something like this. Now for this one I am going to bring my ruler tool because I want to keep everything inside a certain area. So if that, okay, maybe I can take this wings as my wide of the design. Then everything here I am going to do, I am going to keep everything inside this ruler area. So I'm selecting them just to fit in my design area, maybe a bit smaller in size, just like this. So this happy kids, I'm going to bring this foot here, right click transform and then reflect. To reflect it, then make sure that it is touching the ruler here, and then we can select these three, this, that foot, this text and this foot. Then we can align them center wise, then distribute the space between them, and it is going to keep in the position. Let's group them so it becomes one single shape. Or maybe we can just make this text a little smaller, just like this, and that's also good. So this is my one group. And for this laundry piles, I'm not using anything for that one, but for this messy kitchens I want to use some kitchen stuffs like this. So maybe this one and then another one, like, okay, let's use this one. So let's Ctrl X to cut. Now I am going to remove them, place here. I want them all in the same direction, just aligning them together. Then I am going to make this one in this way, then this one in the opposite way, something like this, in the center position. I can always place them in center, or I can adjust the bottom here. That's good. Let's make them a group. Now for this one here, I'm just going to place it something like, okay, let's not use them. Let's change the idea. I'm just going to use this text as the biggest, like this. Then for this one here, I'm going to bring them a bit up, just a bit up like this, so that I can adjust the position of my text here. Now main idea for this design is I am not going to just use them as they are. I am just going to, okay, I am selecting all the text here, then I am going to distribute the space between them, and it is going to look something like this, but that is not perfect. So let's bring that down, this also down, this one a bit the middle position, maybe one more step, just like this. So that is good. Now for this design here, I wanted to use some more this decorative elements, so that's what this design was for. Now for this is a bundle I gave you in my group, so I hope you have this one, because I'm using this one because I shared that with you guys, so you can practice with me with them. Now for this area I'm going to use something like this, but this one in this side, and then maybe this one in this side. Okay, maybe we can just align that with the ruler here, just like this. Then we can select them both and then align them like this. And then if we feel like there is a bit space left, we can do some stuffs here, like let's create a ellipse here, then bring that on this side. Okay, so this is inside a group. If I double click here and then I can cut this one, Ctrl X, and then if I double click here to isolate this group, then I'm pasting here, Ctrl F. Now I need to select everything here, these four, then I can align them in the center, then distribute the space. It is going to distribute the space between all these elements, and this is how it is going to look right now. So as you can see, that area is filling. That's good for this sticky floors. Here is some extra space, so let's use some more elements from here, maybe something like this one. I'm going to copy this one, sticky floors. So let's rotate this kind of, that is good. Maybe transform, reflect, to see how it is going to look right now. Okay, so something like this. We can make it smaller or bigger, however you want to place them, or just place it something like this. I'm going to reflect it again because in this direction I want to keep it something like this. Okay, but the problem is I have a S here and it is making another S. So for that area I am not going to use that. So let's try something else. I don't know what will look good for that area. Maybe something like this, or we have another bundle here, we can use them. This is just hard to find which one will look good, and I am making this live, so it is going to take some time, of course. Okay, let's use this one. Let's make them a isolate them, make them a group, Ctrl G, copy. Then I'm going to place it here. This is a female design, so I want to make it really decorative and with some elements like this that will make this design look good, and females will get interest to buying this one. This is for moms who have kids, so this is really, this needs to be something similar to their passion. Now for that kind of passion we just cannot use them like, okay, maybe this flower. Let's Ctrl C to copy. Now I'm going to make it a group, Ctrl G, just to fill this area. Okay, so it can take some time. I can pause the video and do it myself, but that will not help you guys anyway. So for the other direction that is there, let's use this version of it. Let's Ctrl C to copy. Now I want to use that here in this area, maybe a bit bigger in size, because here is the space is a bit bigger than the other places. So for this and text, and then I'm going to rotate this one just like this. Then it is a group. Okay, so sorry for that, I need to make it a group, Ctrl G. Then I want to make this part a group too. Select them all, then center align them, then distribute the space. It is going to keep it like this. Now for this area, this is a longer part, we can use that kind of S style here maybe. So let's take that one, or maybe I will use this one. As you can see guys, this is a vector bundle, and you may have using them like all of it at once, but you can take the small parts from it to make your design, and that's really cool. So I'm going to make it a group, and for this area here I'm going to fill this area with this. Give your design a bit time and it will become a really good design. Just keep in focus that you are not using anything that is not related with the niche, like we are not using something like beer or any other stuffs, because this is not for male, this is for females. So for this one here, we can simply take this one, transform, and then reflect to just fit inside this area. I don't want to keep it that much bigger, so that is good. Maybe a bit down like this. Okay, so this is just to fill those areas. We will do something more for that area, like we will add something, some extra elements to the design. Now what should be that, what that should be? For this one I'm going to use something like this part maybe. Okay, they are all grouped together, so let's ungroup them. Then they are separately grouped, so I'm copying this one, and for this one I'm going to use here in this good, a good area. So I'm going to use this one here, just a bit like this. Yeah, that's good. Let's Ctrl X to cut it. I'm going to select this part of it, bring it in this area, then isolate. So this is a group. If I select this text, I can align them in the center, and that is going to look good. Maybe a bit rightward, that's good. Let's place that circle that we copied, something like this. This is just to give it a look. You don't need to just do it exactly like this, just right click, reflect. Yeah, Okay, so that is good. For this area there is some empty space here. Let's fix that area. I know most of the times you are not going to watch it all, but this is for beginners, so I hope this will help beginners to learn this kind of designs. This is just looks busy, but it is easy to make. Okay, maybe not this part. Let's Ctrl X to cut it. Now I'm going to just keep this part. This is just to feeling, just to fill this area. It is not important here, but we are trying to make it okay, something like this. Then I wanted to use this part. Let's copy this one. You see, this is really easy to combine those shapes, something like this, but that's a bit bigger in size. Let's use this like this, and then I'm going to use this in this area just to feel like this area. This part I'm going to keep it as it is, or simply I can bring a circle here. That is good. Okay, so this part is done for us. This design is ready. Now I can make it, bring it down little bit. That's fine. Okay, so I don't think there should be something else, but yeah, sometimes we can just make some adjustment like this one. If I bring that here in this area, I'm going to make it a colorful design, of course. So this part is just some supporting elements of my this design, maybe a bit right word. Yeah, that much is good. So this is my final design for this one. Now for this one here, okay, so I was using something like, on font is called Billion Dreams. So let me show you the font names. Billion Dreams. Then I was using this old sport athletic. You can find them on the font.com or any other website you do search for fonts. So this is the fonts I'm using here. Okay, so let's colorize them. Okay, for this one here, this design here, as we are keeping everything inside this shape area, so I'm going to select my these two element, then press shift E for eraser, and then if I erase it like this, it is going to keep everything inside the area. So something like this. Okay, that much is good. I don't need this anymore. So okay, so for this kitchen area, let's use something like this kitchen stuff. I downloaded this to use in my design and I didn't, so let's use it now. So let's place it here. As there is some space, we can use it. Messy kitchen, something like this, maybe a bit smaller in size. Okay, so that much is good. Let's colorize the design. Now for the text here, I am going to select my this mom's text, sticky floors, then laundry pie, happy kids. This I am going to make it this hot pink. That is good. And this kitchen have good. I'm going to make them kind of white color, maybe not kind of, it is complete white. And then the rest here is the supporting elements. If I take my magic wand tool to select the blacks only here, this one also, then if I press V for selection tool, I can deselect this two object. So everything here in black is now selected. You can see that is also selected. So these parts I'm going to make it this kind of blue color, and then for this one here and this one here, the top and the bottom, let's make them white and let's see how it is going to look. I'm using very basic colors, the colors of Illustrator. So as you can see, this is how our design is looking right now. So we can do some modifications here, like when we are using this, we can do the alternates like this, and maybe when we are using blue here, Okay, this is white, so that should be blue, and this one let's make it white again. This is just up to you guys how you want to represent your design or not. So this part, this two part is like there is too much blue here, so that's why I changed the color. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. As you can see, this is a really colorful looking and kind of female style designs. I hope this one will give you some idea using some basic shapes, basic fonts, and basic decorative elements. You can use you can make a really cool looking t-shirt design in a really short time. So that's it guys, I hope this one will give you some advanced level idea and you will try that for your designs. So that's all, thank you everyone, see you in the next video guys, have a great time.